So I see another sign right here. It says, love is resistance. And I'm reminded of the words of the great Mel King. Love is the question and the answer. Love always wins. Darkness can't drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hatred can't drive out hatred, only love can do that. As I look out on this mass sea of humanity, I see a love of people. I see a love of democracy. I see a love of freedom. I see a love of liberty. And we're here to protect that. And we're here to stand against the attempts to dismantle our democracy. We've got to defend democracy. We've got to demand diversity. And we've got to defeat poverty. And so the next speaker who's coming before you is someone who has done that. He has stood up to defend democracy. He has enacted and fought for legislation that has demanded diversity. And he has showed up on behalf of marginalized and left out communities and pushed for initiatives that will defeat poverty. This man has been our senator in Massachusetts since 2013, and he has served in Congress and been active in politics since 1975. He is one who is pushing for change. Put your hands together for U.S. Senator Ed Markey.
Thank you for the great job you are doing. Hello, Boston. Are you ready to fight? Thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming across the whole state to be here for this historic demonstration. And thank you to the Dropkick Murphys, and thank you for shipping up to Boston so we can ship Donald Trump and Elon Musk out of Washington, D.C. It is so great to be here with you today. Boston runs on Dunkin's, and Boston also runs on resistance, and it has for 250 years. This is the energy which we need, and Boston is going to ignite that energy across our entire nation. So we are here today to tell Donald Trump and Elon Musk, hands off our rights, hands off our health care, hands off our jobs, our Social Security, our Medicare, hands off our democracy and our future. We are not going to take it anymore. No one elected Elon Musk. No one made Donald Trump king of the United States. The only ring we're going to kiss here in Boston is when the Celtics win the championship again this year. There will be no Trump third term. That is not going to happen. This is Massachusetts, and the people call the shots. And that's why Donald Trump is right now targeting us, targeting Massachusetts, our economy, our workers, our way of life, what we believe in. For them, DOGE stands for the Department of Gutting Everything. Medicaid, that's 2 million people in Massachusetts. NIH, that's the cure for cancer and heart disease and Alzheimer's and diabetes. NIH also stands for the National Institutes of Hope, and they are trying to destroy that hope. The Department of Education, that's $2 billion for special education, for Pell Grants, for food programs, for financial aid, and upward mobility for every child in our society. Donald Trump does not want to make America great again. Donald Trump wants to make America hate again. That's what he's all about. But here in Massachusetts, we stand for what is right. We will always stand with trans people because trans rights are human rights. We will always stand with the LGBT community. We will always stand with our immigrant neighbors. We will always stand with our unions and working people. We will always stand with our veterans and their families. And we will stand with Romesa Ozturk. Freedom of speech is a right, not a crime. Release Romesa Ozturk now, Donald Trump. Release her. Donald Trump seems to think the DEI only stands for defending Elon's interests, but we know it stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that it makes us stronger every day. Let us lock arms together and say, your struggle is our fight. Your freedom is our future. And if Donald Trump wants to tear us apart, he's going to have to go through all of us here in Boston because we're up first. We're going to fight. And let's be clear about why Donald Trump is trying to destroy Medicaid and education in the EPA. It's for the billions of dollars he needs for the tax breaks for the millionaires and billionaires in our country. And we are going to say, no, you cannot loot the health care and education of our country for every person, every family, for the billionaires who already have too much. He sat the billionaires right behind him on Inauguration Day, and we know that that is what the agenda is all about. And for all of you in the crowd who have worked your whole lives for Social Security, it's an earned benefit. It's not a Ponzi scheme, and we're going to tell them, get your hands off of Social Security. And that's why we're telling Donald Trump, hands off of all of these programs. But we need everyone here to be hands-on, fighting for our democracy. So I want to give you all three things that we have to do. Number one, we're going to have to block them in the courts, and we are. Number two, we've got to help out all across the country, like in Wisconsin that we just won this week, and help elections all across this nation. It's not going to be the fear of God that changes Republicans. It's going to be the fear of voters that are rising up all across this nation. And third, we are just going to have to stand up the way Cory Booker did on his overnight filibuster. Cory Booker was right. We need to shut things down and stop this madness. We have to resist. And that's why I went to the headquarters of the EPA to personally demand that Doge and Trump stop cutting funding for a livable future, for climate solutions to protect us from the fossil fuel industry. And they had the guards come out and push me out of the building. But we're going to send them a message right back. They cannot stop us. They can't stop a Green New Deal. They can't stop a clean energy revolution. And we will never comply in Boston, never comply with their illegal, unconstitutional violation of rule of law. We do not agonize in Boston. We organize. That is who we are. So all of these techniques are meant to shut us down. But together, we're not going to in any way back down. We're building power today for tomorrow and the day after and the day after until we win. So this is where we are. Are you ready to say, hands off our pocketbooks? No more Trump tax cuts. It's time to make the billionaires pay their fair share. Are you Are you ready to say hands off our health care? We need to expand Medicare, expand Medicaid, double the NIH funding. We need to say out loud, vaccines work. Are you ready to say hands off the Department of Education? We stand in solidarity with our teachers. Are you ready to say hands off our immigrant communities? Stop terrorizing them. They need a pathway to citizenship. And are you ready to say that we need reproductive freedom? Let us make Roe versus Wade the law of this land. So here's where we are. Here's where we are. We're the revolutionaries. 250 years ago, it started right here, right where you're standing. They were knocked down. Were they knocked out? No, they got up, they fought, they won. The abolitionist movement, it started right here. Were they knocked down? Yes. Were they knocked out? No, they got up, they fought, they won. The suffragette movement, it started right here. Were they knocked down? Yes. Were they knocked out? No, they got up, they fought, and they won. The same-sex marriage movement, it started here. Were they knocked down? Yes. Were they knocked out? No, they got up, they fought, they won. That's who we are. They think they're knocking us down. They are not knocking out Massachusetts. They're not knocking out the revolutionary spirit that started right here. Let's get up. This is the time. This is the place. You are the people. Let us fight. Are you ready to fight? Let's